Happy Small Business Week. Today is the third in the series of videos, and these are videos specifically talking about things that as a small business owner that you might need to be aware of from an insurance standpoint. Something that may help you to take better care of yourself and your business with insurance. We've talked about a couple of different things, but today I wanted to talk to you about a really important coverage that you may have a little bit of built into your policy already, or you may need to add as an optional coverage on top of your other coverages. And it can be named different things depending on the type of policy or who the insurance carrier is, because they may refer to it differently. It could be business interruption coverage. It could be loss of income, business income, or kind of an older term that insurance agents often see because that was the way it was originally called, was time element. And what this is it's a very important coverage that helps you out with income and operating expenses while you cannot be operating because of a loss. The loss could be that there was a fire, and even if there wasn't a significant amount of damage, perhaps there was enough smoke damage, it's going to take a couple of weeks for them to get things cleaned up. During that time period, you're not operating. You don't have any customers. You're not selling anything. You're not able to see anybody. Even if you're in an attorney's office, say for instance, you couldn't be actually in there working. You couldn't be seeing clients. So how much would you like to have as far as how long would you like to have coverage for? Would you want to have just a few months worth of coverage? Would you want the full period of restoration, however long it took to get you back to running again? Do you need a little bit of extra income even past that? Because at first you're not going to be making the regular amount of money because people don't even know you're open again. What about your employees? Does the amount of coverage that you need to take care of your operating expenses need to make sure that you've got some payroll so you can keep some of those key employees on? Maybe some of your part-timers you'd have to let go if it was going to be closed for an extended length of time. But if you've got some full-time employees and they can't be working, what are you going to do to take care of them? Are they going to go someplace else because they don't have income? It's not exactly like they can actually file underneath much of anything else because they're still fully employed. And so unemployment doesn't really attach to that. It's not work comp, all these other things that usually would take care of an employee if they had to be out of work. This is something different. So how much you'll pay for this coverage does depend on how much coverage you need, the kinds of coverage you need. You may need, depending on the type of business you are, you may need an additional coverage that would be beyond what normal losses are. For a restaurant, it would be important perhaps to have something that takes care of not only if the building couldn't be used because of a fire or wind damage, water damage, etc. Maybe you couldn't open because there'd been a health department shut down. What would you do with that? So knowing you'd have enough money to take care of your bills that are still coming in, mortgages that are still having to be paid while the building is being rebuilt, whatever those expenses are that you would normally be paying could be offset by giving you basically what your income normally would be during a time period where you were open. But those are the things you'll need to work out with your insurance agent. And it's kind of a tedious thing. It's definitely something you want to do a little time and spend a little bit of really thought into. But it could be the make or break. Even if you had to only be closed for a couple of weeks, can you think in a regular month, having no income for a couple of weeks, what that would do to your bottom line? As a small business, a lot of times your margins are not very big. It could be very important. So definitely hope that gets you thinking and have you pick up the phone so you can call your local insurance agent. If you're in North Carolina and you've got questions regarding small business insurance, all the details that you need will be very close by in the notes below. I really do appreciate it and look forward to tomorrow's video.